2008 Wild Horses, I Love You. Run till you fly, live till you die. Break free, love a girl, without doubt. Leave, destroy. Sunday, November 30th, 2008 Weekly Letter to Ben Thales. Week 9, Changing of the God Pharisaical Medicine Not a Crime Now. Readers are pleased. Sunday, November 30th, 2008 Walk on Stage. 30. Saints want money won't wear a hula skirt. Presidential range mediocre change mountain show your scars. Bastard. Double love. You are the one to do it. Sunday, November 30th, 2008 Walk on Stage. 29. A cold soup of sorrel. Dangerous husband named after an angel. His wife was not the devil. Saturday, November 29, 2008 Walk on Stage. 28. Why did Bambi's brother cross the road? A deer in the road crossing the yellow line does not get hit by a car. Saturday, November 29, 2008 Life in Storage. Chained to a bed. Inaccessibility sane corruption. Ring in slow death mocking laughter. Thursday, November 27, 2008 Cadence of Silence. Metronome clock tick tock. Siren nymph screech. Tap tap underneath noise Matthew speaks. Thursday, November 27, 2008 Walk on Stage. 27. Kidnapped and seduced over a dead body. Extortion porn flicks reality simmer camera grotesque romance. Thursday, November 27, 2008 Eating onions like apples. How would I know? Genetic. My grandmother mom's mom. Culinary regards she did that too. Wednesday, November 26, 2008 Who am I in? Antithesis of myself or coil coin advantage. A. Wednesday, November 26, 2008 It is mine. Secrets withheld from. Lucky $half coin in my pocket pick. Wednesday, November 26, 2008 Walk on Stage. 26. In front of the entire class. She made me say take no prisoners. Escape. MIA Paradox Wednesday, November 26, 2008 Walk on Stage. 25. A Private Conversation. Physical Evidence Mississippi Missouri Writers Persuade. Tuesday, November 25th, 2008 Walk on Stage. 24.9. No word rhymes with eternal love. Opposite archaicdom. Me, you, him, her. Other round cycles beautiful. Tuesday, November 25th, 2008 Walk on Stage. 24.7. No word rhymes with eternal love. Exterminator Orange Canine Teeth of Must Eats Hesitation. Monday, November 24, 2008. What would you do if someone told you they plan to kill you in the next 30 days and no one else seemed to care? Shuba Buba do try to dance too. That mix. Those 2 months before my dad died. Skewered foes taste best barbecued. The end, a horror, the beginning. A promise to serve in a red hat, a promise to serve no one. Tested against the best with one hand behind my back. With olive oil. Sunday, November 23rd, 2008 Walk on Stage. 23. Dance Till You Wake the Dead. Ambulance Siren Soundtrack. Show Evil to the Monkeys. Clean your room and go. Sunday, November 23rd, 2008 Walk on Stage. 22. Dance every dance like it's your last. Our arrival at the fittest like never before, never alone. Sunday, November 23rd, 2008 Walk on Stage. 21. Target practice in slow motion. Not why, try how? Power radiates in between, move from the center. Saturday, November 22nd, 2008 Walk on Stage. 20. A love song evolution for Dunkel's beer and ultra fetter cafe. Desires strength surprises absent angst dogs filling leaves no stain. Except that Poetry Friday. It's only punk rock. Thursday, November 20th, 2008 Walk on Stage. 19. Statuite Full Moon. 2 layers of steel, courage and despair. Despair and courage high school. Thursday, November 20th, 2008 Walk on Stage, 18, 2, 357, 111, 317, 192, 329, 313 Jesters, Crime Sung Today, Youth Ends, Kids Begin, Violent Numbers, Wednesday, November 19, 2008 Walk on Stage, 17, Deprived of Misery's Kiss. Said no to say yes, heaven, hell, skies, earth, open out, age, area, ups in. Monday, November 17, 2008 Weekly Letter to Ben Theos, Week 6. Why are people dumb, cruel, humans dumb via absurd deuce-a-deuce. Sunday, November 16, 2008 Walk on Stage, 16. Smart Smectic Antidote to Song Grease. Surprise jokes at K tilted a stand K punk line. Unexpected. Sunday, November 16, 2008. Walk on Stage, 15. Historical Qualified. Purple Flowers Grow Gardens Restored Without Common Mallow Landscape. Sunday, November 16, 2008 Walk on Stage, 14. What About It? 3XJ Demon Unbound in Dreams Raw Meat One-Edged Sword. Sunday, November 16, 2008 Weekly Letter to Ben Theos, Week 7. Made available by Shattered Glass Cutthroat Shastra Betrayal. Sheath Unsheath Endurance Sunday, November 16, 2008 Walk on Stage. City Race Stripping Nudists. Be the difference. Strength is history's fabric, separate the clothes. Wednesday, November 12, 2008 Walk on Stage. Shape with your words. Otter Lord Dub Mix. Blonde girl practices in front of the mirror until she hears herself. Wednesday, November 12, 2008. Walk on Stage. Brunette Amazon foursome with big tittles designed bad fake t-shirts. Mirrors do not hide delusion inflicted by a dirty toilet. November 11, 2008 Walk on Stage. 75 seconds remaining. A-tone man champions illiteracy over sausage sandwiches. Monday, November 10, 2008 Walk on Stage. Stumble into sweet time. Sirens blaring hurt the ears of a doe. A deer does not need a nap. Saturday, November 8, 2008 Walk on Stage. Zoom in the red dirt. Take earth in your hands, dogs dance to loop just to see if you can. Friday, November 7, 2008 Walk on Stage. Rhinos. Ugly hickey me kitu kizuri. The rhino's round white eyes, big ears. Wrinkled nose, unexpected old. Cute. Braid. Friday, November 7, 2008. Enough lies. Flesh is an inviolable flag. Gut strength, vile sonorous sound of truth, torn notes rich in sound. Thursday, November 6, 2008 Walk on Stage. Because you know about blowing bubbles underwater. Counterfeit haters, dolts crumble, construction muse triangle form. Shag. Wednesday, November 5th, 2008 Walk on Stage. Trusting my parachute. Isometric faith everywhere and nowhere. Hard gift on clothes. Unplug. Tuesday, November 4th, 2008 Walk on Stage. Kanban breaks out of history. Wave ripples push down, dive in. On. Through. Over. Up. Jump elusive whirlwind. Monday, November 3rd, 2008 Walk on Stage. Don't sell your mind. I love you is worth whatever means possible to write in spite. Because of. Sunday, November 2nd, 2008 Walk on Stage. Don't kill your anger. Hard to be hated air guitar is the answer, drown out the white noise. Saturday, November 1st, 2008 Walk on Stage. The beginning October 31st, 2008. Night Resurrection Dancing Statue of Diamond Descent with Tone. Friday, October 31st, 2008. Please do not pet the working dog. Scare man gives shame to red jackets and red coats without apology. October 31st, 2008 Weekly Letter to Ben Theos. Week 5. A single moment almost done, proofreading almost in the mail. Friday, October 31st, 2008 Because you had to go out on the balcony. Turn back on stage, Ethelbert sets a small bird outside for air. Choose. Sunday, October 26th, 2008 Weekly Letter to Ben Theos. Week 4. Let care win my war, shout Lil Luli. No mistakes. Water washes faithfully. Sunday, October 26, 2008 My scars play sexy banjos. Blood tachometer free from dueling velocities, unravel strings. Sunday, October 26, 2008 Weekly Letter to Ben Theos. Week 3. Liberty's Fire Fist, a violent precipice. Watch your back, friend Sam. The man upstairs is up late and he's angry. Friday, October 17, 2008 I don't say enough good things. Year after year after. The joke becomes angry. The band gets missed. Beautiful world. Wednesday, October 15, 2008 weekly letter to Ben Theos. Week 2. Soft, 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 quiet, without glare, without rot to give someone hope. End note. Font change is part of poem. Friday, October 10, 2008 proud to be no one today's sidewalk images. A white man in a brown hat pursues human prey. A black man thrusts a baby like a bayonet. An Asian woman rushes at a child intending harm. A Latino man steals his eyes with hate. I am distinctly SR too unimportant to miss. Punish anyone. Tuesday, October 7, 2008 a poem for someone I'll never know. I will never know you but hello anyway. First person the ego volition. Wishes for utopia profess second person reverse. Stop without specification a new way of looking. Saturday, October 4th, 2008. Ed. Note. Font change on purpose. Wind in my veins and knots in my hair. Air resistance unsymmetrical aerodynamic motion of objects. The skin on my face feels. Saturday, October 4th, 2008. The sound of love is more than 1,220 kilometers per hour, 750 miles per hour at sea level. Step out. Unfrozen umbrella man belching heyday silly habit. Saturday, October 4th, 2008 weekly letter to Ben Theos. Week 1. Hammering rusty nails. The man in the sweat-soaked shirt protects the cattle. Thursday, October 2nd, 2008 Little Red Riding Hood wins the house with a 5-high straight. Once upon a time a cook in love rode a bicycle, scared off a wolf. Saturday, September 27, 2008 Crescent Moon. Original. Already ordered. A nervous handsome man waits in line shines. Crescent Moon. Recovered document. Symbol. God is worshipped therein way of life. Paper. Wednesday, September 17, 2008 Dream stealers are the only people who don't deserve a poem. Wednesday, September 17, 2008. Access to Snort. Friends of illiteracy bands of self. Righteous black strangers and white Seahawks hateful city. Wednesday, September 17, 2008 walking on the lane of hate without friends. Paint thinner chemical smell passing truck rattles chains unsafe to care. Tuesday, September 16, 2008 sack of sand in the light of the moon. Two shine Sundance wind dog howls backward I know say see some oars over fire can. September 14, 2008, the day after completing the manuscript of Tao and the Art of Drowning. One drop of water illuminated by the sun unnecessary take that. Can quote no equals no worries here. Callow dance version. September 14, 2008. One drop of water illuminated by the sun. A lonely young unnecessary woman pretending to be from New York can't take that away from me. Neither can a bitchy middle-aged blonde woman with an ear-home called cell phone. No matter how long she loiters. Picasso dub version. 5 a.m. night after night, year after year, lifetime. Some artists understand. September 14, 2008. How to keep the glass clean with quickly reproducing menacing scummy mildew during an election year after being mistaken for a piranha despite being a neon tetra attacked by hammerhead sharks. Strange people throughout the day. They star in their own movie on my cell phone camera. My private journal now filled with the time, date and cues for their entrances and exits. An intimidation game best played by those who never lose their cool and never join in. Stoop that low. How to stop a stalker? A good book. If something feels dangerous, it just might be. Discretion equals sanity and survival. Thursday, September 11, 2008. The young boy in the baseball cap is counting his change twice. Let him count. Morning waking thoughts. Will he have enough for a hot dog from the cart? Wednesday, September 10, 2008. How many pennies are in $9 million? Buried bones found. C. Too dangerous for your luck. 1 times 3 equals luck. Wednesday, September 10, 2008. Kindness and care must be given to the dead and to the living. Fugitive Slave Act. Nuremberg laws. Without conscience. Daimler. Payback. Tuesday, September 9, 2008. Time to go on a skiing trek with Moses following the Northern Star to the Moulton Library. Final whistle blows. Ski poles on both sides. Steady stand it off the Alps. Tuesday, September 9, 2008. Bring it on. Twin brunette stanza stampede. God my rude dog gang heaven. Earth. Music. Grandparents blessings. Gun without fear. Tuesday, September 9, 2008. Anyone can have a construction worker dangling noses outside their front window. but how you deal with it separates you from the politicians. Fall down laughing. Rise up. Bring them with or leave them below. Amuse me. Tuesday, September 9, 2008. The reason reasonable political politicians keep the poor they'll commit suicide eventually. No allies attended that event. Tuesday, September 9, 2008. WWAHH. The state of mental torture. Poems wasted. Never. Persistent poetry. Motion past them. Tuesday, September 9, 2008. Icarus takes a nap instead on raspberry full belly. Warm gun on. The lights are on. Tuesday, September 2nd, 2008. More than cold steel but not my dad. Goodbye. .357 is more than .38. Hello hell. Sunday, August 31st, 2008. The decision. Orchid underfoot on the bank of the still pond crushed is not mine. Thursday, August 28th, 2008. Elusive French wellness Rorschach test candidate. Cat. Bristly whiskers elephant. Large tusks. Old human wrinkled skin. Who are you? Tuesday, August 26th, 2008. Extraordinary movies on the riverbank. Happy man angry teen reads book. Crying woman. Thatch of reads baby. Monday, August 25th, 2008. Ugly grinning old men that force themselves on girly, my dog, because they can't help themselves are the spit in my coffee. Some folks hate me because I hunt you down. Some folks hate me because they think I'm your friend. Either way, ABC is what you give me. And the dancers spread their tiny white infections all over the dance floor. Haven't I been molested enough? Break it down 1 2 3 4. And my immune system screams a perfect 8. August 22nd, 2008. Please allow me to protect myself. Recycled lady. Vomit envy green. Chest. Whole W bra on. 40 inches. Back. Vertical. 19 back horizontal. 17 don't quit your job. Wednesday, August 13, 2008. No substitute. Words. What am I doing? Breathing. Half moon over the lake. Monday, August 11, 2008. The faces of the dead rich with extra time to waste by making threads will atrophy according to the elements of nature. Unity blessings, their problems are solved. Life is good when valued. Saturday, August 9, 2008. Send them to cry in their dark closets. Defy humble sleep, head held high, spine straight, knees up, walk out the door. Repeat. Saturday, August 9, 2008. Blood clots hidden in bedpans. Knock. Midnight dread. Patience is too pushed too hard. Black man in white sheets. Saturday, August 9, 2008. 8 times eternity. Forbidden Red House athlete dangles on a string golden fire hose. Saturday, August 9, 2008. Sharing a turkey avocado sandwich with violence and evil on a hot summer day. One eye, one arm. Bang. Confidence free from decay. Full moon catalyst. Saturday, July 19, 2008. The three-headed Cerberus poem The Coin Flip. Part 1 of 3. Knowing my war. To be gentle is to win. Peace in lieu of lies. Change happens. Part 2 of 3. No matter. The swimmer hears. Save our water 90% wanted. Spaz dancing in a $1,000 box. Part 3 of 3. Quick as an angel, light as the newly forgiven found. Celebration of the forgotten. For Mia. Thursday, July 17, 2008. The skinny redhead is secretly a clog in the liquid soap, but I still believe in Madrona trees. Iconoclast 5 Enthusiasm 00 at 2 Ondoraboot. Thursday, July 17, 2008. Love is teaching kids not to play in the street. Brown and white hands held. Chocolate milk at the beach. A possible stroll. Monday, July 14, 2008. Cockroaches no longer compromise my veins. Under the sun necessary enemies sizzle from light. Monday, July 14, 2008. Crossing the street quickly while standing still on a hill. Jane Doe was here. Frozen fruit melts in my groceries without knowing. Saturday, June 28, 2008. Metamorphosis of a plastique marionette. Diablo's Dungeon Knight befriends the Sun Scars Queen takes pawn to clear dusk. Wednesday, June 18, 2008. The funniest joke I never heard. Knock. Who's there? Lemmings who? If life gives you lemmings, make lemonade. Answered Buddha in black who never bothers to knock. Sunday, June 15, 2008. Unchiseling my body so that I can kiss you. Water splash of tears. Weak ambush defense. Sweet Doubts of Healing. Sunday, June 15, 2008. Tracking the Inquisition. Child's Fist Mrs. Mark. Epinephrine tamed as a flame cat safe. Saturday, June 14, 2008. Ruth helps with liquid insertion. Destroy them all out of empathy. With style unite as enemies. Thursday, June 12, 2008. Dirty spider in the clean laundry. Blood-stained washcloth rain never rinses away choice. Read, wash or fold. Wednesday, June 11, 2008. Greeting your neighbor while standing guard at a grave site. Distracting smile buried treasure inquiry worry without worry. Wednesday, June 11, 2008. Banana tree man is here, and here, and here, and in a warm breeze. Branches reach up from your slaughtered bones a wail. Your laughter lives on. Wednesday, June 11, 2008. Never doubt the power of a determined grandmother. Her wrinkled hand, practical shoes in line, soothe a baby's cry. Wednesday, June 11, 2008. The historically cruel comedy of biological heredity. Spectacle of glass vein scientific struggle ends alone in spite. Saturday, May 31st, 2008. The camp will become unmanageable. Hate not is love not kill, and the world dies with you lazy suicide. Saturday, May 31st, 2008. Freedom and democracy are more than killing for the right to choose from 36 different types of toilet paper. Bodies hang from bridge, bicyclists light flashes on the twisting path. Thursday, May 29, 2008. My dog the cow, sharp canine teeth grass under a stop sign, her pasture more than a cog. Wednesday, May 28, 2008. Hardship is no longer mine. Answers unbound complementary questions key to mental prison. Tuesday, May 27, 2008. Syzygy of a heavenly news. Claim a sealed fate, walk to the edge, determined laugh as others jump. Monday, May 26, 2008. My turn for Russian roulette. Without whiskey master my life with a trigger pull, the little girl wins again. Monday, May 26, 2008. Too tired to write a poem. Hatred from others, lost stare of silent grief rise. Read a book for peace. Sunday, May 25th, 2008. My body, war, SC, city, KZXI 22270, location, 34.25781N, 35.8652W, population, 1997, 8,647, 986 housing units, area, 5.9 SQ kilometers, land, 0.0 SQ kilometers, water, unrecognizable outside, inside shatterproof you and yours, me, Sunday, May 25th, 2008. To a degree greater than knowledge or religion, bodies on bodies, sound of life. Listen, how did you love? Did you love? Saturday, May 24th, 2008. A sailor's roofs, horizontal wind unmoved by threats of death, the sea's worthy tribe. Friday, May 23rd, 2008. Speak to them of the poem that I defend. Emprise of words, mom in her rocking chair knows her right to grow old. Wednesday, May 21st, 2008. Eternally ingrained iniquity is inimitable ischemia. Brown eyes laugh even as 3 days of mourning, the lost love is in the bones. Tuesday, May 20th, 2008. Your mind is a swinging dildo, a rubber prop, facade of vacillation, failing of genital stage. Tuesday, May 13, 2008. Heroin wants to be an athlete. Stress, rapid danger, arm, shoulder, spin, thrust, punch through heart, way is easier. Tuesday, May 13, 2008. This is what I do. Broken leg falls behind amidst babies sold for rice fire. The former's tool. Sunday, May 11, 2008. It takes courage to give a gift. Open heart scat. Dance mix. Stories of you. Safe life is more than a bargain. Straight lines hide circles. Thursday, May 8, 2008. Watch my hands, you'll never find me there. Together dance, jurisdiction from heart, fragile is strong. Sunday, May 4th, 2008. Missing persons in an ideal world. Fuck you. She hollers, a locked door makes her laugh, nobody saw it. Monday, May 5th, 2008. A something beautiful, a punch in the face. Bitter molasses, raw sugar as weapon. Lamp of the concealed. Sunday, May 4th, 2008. Nickname, Demon, Indonesian who, language beyond great heaven, brown hair, where are you? Sunday, May 4th, 2008. How to jump from a burning building, alone in a crowd, momentum, fall like a leaf, bones break, roll, no harm. Sunday, May 4th, 2008. My niece is a giant, sing to crying baby, walk in circles, fear of air, father takes on the poo. Sunday, May 4th, 2008. Moment of crash, also known as oops, A dangerous like man's pattern becomes woman's highway roadkill sting. Sunday, May 4th, 2008 politics just bug me, in a funny way. Hello, are you there? An actor's soliloquy weeps for Earth's people. Sunday, May 4th, 2008. Always lying down, light spring dusty house you, odd one, rest, on the floor gentle friend, my shield. Sunday, May 4th, 2008 talk back to invisible naysayers, outside calm lake calls inside silent burnt fury wait the ocean roars. Sunday, May 4th, 2008. Ethnic cleansing war without victory, wrist untreated symbols con the good, hearted failed to carry equals murder. Thursday, May 1st, 2008 Graces in the air, new book on war crime doors held open with cloth scraps cool breeze greets worn skin. Wednesday, April 30th, 2008 Organization of the Library. Trying not to cry the book is not where she said letters reveal truth. Tuesday, April 29th, 2008 Once in a Lifetime Fire. Quest for an Archangel talk of freedom over green curry bowl. You lift a poet. Monday, April 28th. 2008 All blood is sacred. Cup filled with blood do you believe what I write? Laughing like a child. Sunday, April 27th. 2008. Physical pain, not a theory. Busy, fun-loving people are too important for me. Wow. She limps and says, orgasm. Sharp physical pain orgasm pulling weeds I remember now. Ovies about you. Gardening. Pulling weeds are raindrops match my tears. Watching movies about you. A beautiful day for raindrops match my tears it is love today. Desolation leads to action. My shut eyes lack sleep questions have 9 answers who knows. It might work. Friday, April 25th, 2008. Murder by mannequin. Talking sweet to dolls authentic maple syrup they were once alive. Friday, April 25th, 2008 Walking on the sidewalk thoughts. Buying a flashlight Irish man tells a joke to end hatred is priceless. Friday, April 25th, 2008 Watching movies about you. A beautiful day for raindrops match my tears it is love today. Thursday, April 24th, 2008 Child molesters with a cause. Can I pet your dog? I know she wants me to touch her that's why she barks. Sunday, April 20th, 2008 Legacy rig smashes car. The game. Rock paper scissors on paper I write my name. Friendship disability. Outside in the light solitary confinement belongs to others. Pavlov's dogs. Small dog running. Joy. Builds bridges from human boards who would harm nature? Ocean of primary colors. Red sun over black sea time of death. Mass graves. Fear deep breath. Death of time. Epidemic of human mosquitoes. What price did they get? If you intend to bug me, my soul, not for sale. Moonlight sonata. Scherzo memory. Long legs entwined. Open my heart fortissimo. Worry. Crows flying over. Leave no desperate reflection. Unafraid of the lake. Waking up. I have a secret pulse resting behind shut eyes. Dreams of quiet are loud. How must the individual act under a dictatorship? Shoulders burn heavy. A young boy pushes a wheel. Through the red-black dirt. No one knows no limits. Seagulls soar over land. Icy shafts of wind hit me. My wings help me fly. Without words. Frosty exhales mark. An existence without words. My flesh possesses me. Endgame. My bloody thumbprint. A determined stain. A dignified oath copyrighted BBC. Elementary school I notice no one plays with the black kids remember the future reach into the past too. How do I feel? Winning at 9 square. I notice. The red rubber ball bounces out of bounds. All players move up a square. No one plays with the black kids. How would I feel? Reach into the past too. Remember the future. Copyrighted BBC. Where is my dad? We both liked hiking in the forest. Perhaps he decided to plant a tree for me, to climb when I get older. 6-word poem. Dude, I'm not done yet. Editor's note for 6-word poem. It's supposed to be that way. The 5 words with one missing is part of the poem, as with my other punctuation, spacing and capitalization mistakes. Poems by Dolphin Julie Trahan page 34 of none pages 34 since February 2008 copyrighted
Also,
BBC.
yes I have paratransit scheduled for my appointment at Magnum Opus Hair Salon on Wednesday, January 16, 2019 and sure, people can DNA sample my hair. I'm continuing with the dark purple mohawk and am going short because I don't have much hair gel or time to fuss. Dog Chronicles. Come in from the cold. Poetry series title. Girly Dog's protection blanket has an image of a sitting cat snuggling with a sitting dog. So far into this new year, January 15th, 2019, I have my eyes wide open for possibilities of music and respect touching relative to their mutual admiration. The reality is here in Portland, Oregon it's cold. Both the cold-heartedness of unsolved child murders having to wait until someone finds the time, resources and courage, and the temperature that freezes my ears and hands and my metal walker and girly dog's front paws. However, we are braving the don't forget Christmas spirit wind to go to physical therapy. I am not certain which part will be the main part of my recovery after 911. Exercising my legs or finding shelter from the cold for me and girly dog when we are away from home. Copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911 140 minutes copyrighted. Dog Chronicles. Sophie Dog Needs Clean Water. Poetry series title. Unsolved Child, the non-existent murder mystery television series and not currently in production. In fact, lots of children's murders will remain unsolved while the adult arguments about who gets to star in the pilot continues. I had very few lines in a broadcast documentary about me. Sure, the stars and celebrities and public figures, the superhero household words are all vital. However, it is the off-screen relative moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas busy changing diapers, reading ingredients labels and driving young ones to school and sports and making certain potential adults return home safely that are not entertainment value. And sure, there is Lassie, perhaps the most famous American dog ever. Perhaps I am just culturally behind the times. However, what about all the dogs who shake with delight when their pet humans arrive home? And what would such dogs want in these dog days of recovery after 911? Hugs and cuddles perhaps. I think my mom's Australian blue heeler, Sophie Dog, secretly, weighing almost 50 pounds, wants to hop up in her lap and purr while having her hair combed. Like most mammals though, nutritious food and clean water is a starting point for what we want in life. Copyrighted http www.youtube.com watch v equals C61MNS7 Rafa Meditations on Innocence. Rat Tail Memoirs. https://writer.byugelabs.com/document/download/4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 8 of 11. Page 9 of 11. Poetry series childhood. Games on memories tip our fond laughter at my show-off kid ways. Look what I can do. I used to say to my elementary school playmates. We used to play a game called Snake Witch. If looked at from an observer's perspective, must have looked similar to my pet zebra rat's tail's quick movements. The game is played with at least 5 children joining hands to form a line and deciding which child will decide the way to run. Then all the children run in a line holding hands while the deciding child runs in waves and circles and twirling diagonals as fast as possibly possible until the person on the last far end stumbles or falls down, exchanging places with the deciding child, and the running begins again. Although highly competitive, there isn't any ultimate winner or loser. I saw a stereotypical looking likely child molester smoking loudly and drinking from a brown bottle and watching children playing in the park yesterday. He obviously wanted my attention because he was standing very close, and as I ignored him at first, he started making huge clouds of smokestack smoke with his cigarette. Eventually I reached for my camera, and as a blessing he simply walked away. Considering I don't go to the park to photograph smokers, sometimes I meditate in parks as part of my recovery after 911. Solving unsolved child murders is stressful, and as I personally never actually solved them, there is never any welcoming interrupting relief moment. Like assembling a multi-dimensional 3D printed ever-moving through centuries puzzle with missing pieces and a vague concept of the patterns and motives involved in solving sexual homicide. A reference to a John E. Douglas book. Well, what is there to do when complete strangers decide to follow you home and move in? Well, ask the FBI, and as I don't catch on very quickly when something or someone looks like something or someone else, it has been difficult to accept. I accentually don't want a direct answer. My show-off days are a lifetime behind me, as I do believe human bodies and the way human bodies move is a much more honest communication than anything we have to say. I am pleased to fit in and proudly wear my warm and soft Batman print pants that were intended as pajamas 5 years ago and were put in storage with my 50-pound weight gain. Compared to my playground game-playing childhood, there is not much laughter in my life. However, I am quite amused to ask if bats spend much of their time upside down. Are bats doing contact improvisational dance? And when bats fly in and out of bat caves, are their movements considered site-specific works? I don't know if bats fly in seemingly structured random groupings as a modern dance. Bats have been flying for years, or if bats are simply doing their bat thing because that's the way they were made. Copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911 50 Minutes. 48 Copyrighted. Band Boots Chronicles. Gratitude Ode. Poetry series title. Every morning declaration of gratitude is mine. I am not clever about this. As mine to solve is my unsolved childhood until I remember there is more after 911 than recovery after murders because at least I am alive to type a poem for others possibly grieving. Copyrighted. Meditations on Innocence. There is no King Herod's version of the Bible. Poetry series. Unsolved Child. The scriptures I read to find guidance in a repetitive violent world to discover how do I never become as conceitedly clever as them and now presidents and kings agree at least in recovery after 911 murders there is a to prayer in. N.E. https://writer.byugilabs.com/document/4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 9 of 11. Page 10 of 11. Language worldwide copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911 94. 48. Plus 95. 48. 48 minutes copyrighted. Dog Chronicles. Girly Dog's Request Poetry Series title. Water's location to Girly Dog is priority primarily pressing to a thirsty mod. I can call her Mutt because I know her and I don't say it when it might hurt her ultimate feelings. Ideally, Girly Dog would have access to drinkable drinking water regardless of whether I am awake or not. In a house of unsolved child murders both our dog's daily needs can become neglected. This morning before I had gotten up Girly Dog looked for her water cup. Perhaps it is her recovery after 911. Perhaps she is cotton-mouthed occasionally. Copyrighted. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Thursday, January 10, 2019. In process. Dear FBI. Priorities. My mom's safety. My safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety including our dogs and people interacting with me in a respectful way. Anyone interested in a reliable DNA situation can ask my hairstylist salon for a sample tomorrow, Friday 2019. As far as I am concerned, I might not be able to get up early enough for my paratransit van, however I plan on my usual dark purple mohawk. Also, I received a letter supposedly from Trinidad Bus Service, Lyft about collecting back fare for an unannounced change in policy. I think the letter is further harassment based on greed focusing on people physically vulnerable. Also, my recent poem posted on my Facebook page, Meditations on Innocence, Abu Ghraib Poetry Series title. Abu Ghraib vicariously taught my abused scars the warnings ignored of desire to bathe in the swamp of faulty punishment lead to prisoner abuse and torture and unsolved child murders. For years I sat lost in shock, shame and delusion. Are those stacked bodies dead or alive and being humiliated? How could someone think that was sexy or funny? My entire body continues to ache remembering the unimaginable. That could happen to me. This could Dolphin or Dolphin J or Dolphin Julia Trahan or Julia Dolphin Trahan. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Saturday, May 26, 2018. Dear FBI. Priorities. My mom's safety. My safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety including our dogs and people interacting with me in a respectful way. We will be babysitting the kids today in person, likely involving exercising at EPCC. Also, my mom's printer was an item donated to the Vietnam veterans on Thursday, May. https://writer.byugilabs.com/document/4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 10 of 11. Page 11 of 11. 24th end of note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Thursday, January 10, 2019. Unsolved child murders recovery after 911 5 hours and 24 minutes. 48, 48, 48, 48, 48, 48 copyrighted. Meditations on Innocence. My temporarily gratitude poem L. Poetry series. 5:24 hours also at least a letter as I might never see your face however might recognize you as you mirror me in mirrored measures. I want 48 minutes of your time, not 5 times daily. I want 5 hours and 24 minutes of uninterrupted time with a 12-minute break every hour in case I need to rest or type or eat or do as I wish before the solving of unsolved child murders continues while I try for my peak gratitude hard. Rate knowing that Jane Doe was almost me, as in there I am unrecognizable in my body cast with my neck tube and stomach tube and little girl's cunt tube and arm drip tube. There I am, and now my body's cast is a thousands cast away. It is my inadvertently intensifying investment backing recovery after 911 in hopes of regaining my enthusiasm about survival. Copyrighted Julie Dolphin, Julie Jeanette Dolphin Trahan. Pseudonyms: Dolphin J or and Dolphin Julia Trahan or and Julia Dolphin Trahan. Sent from my iPhone. https://writer.by/document/download/4524997 February 6, 2019 by Sun.312@gmail.com June 4, 2018. This is the most important day of my life, and it's all because of you. Do you understand? Poem title: Most people think that other people only do physical therapy after becoming injured. However, picture this. Literate people literally bending over backwards to crawl up walls, to stand on shoulders, to wait until the correct moment, the right moment, the unexpected moment, the perfect moment to deliver a message. This is the most important day of your life. Copyrighted Neuron Plasticity, The Quality of Waiting. Poem title: Waiting, like cleaning, isn't necessarily a virtuous behavior, which is why thought existed long before my grandmother's great-great-grandmother was born. And thinking is thinking. The art of cleaning is similar to the art of waiting. Ask yourself, what are you waiting for, and reject your first answers. Wait for yourself to catch up with yourself, and wait to judge if you decide to clean yourself up. Wait, then wait, then wait until you find a way to remember that birth is a very messy, dirty process. Then wait, then your quality of waiting will always be virtuous. Copyrighted A Class in Front of the Grocery Story. Poem title: I wonder if I would be shot down if I validate Americans' rights to peacefully assemble, such as a bunch of straight A students in front of a grocery bookstore. P.S. If I ever have a bookstore signing, please attend. Lower your voice and walk slowly and try to be polite about it. Copyrighted The Meaning of Lunch. Poem title: I am typing this note to validate that my definition of lunch is the meal between breakfast and dinner. Copyrighted Don't Forget. Poem title: Don't forget to validate your parking. 1. Page 2 of 27. This is the most important day of my life, and it's all. By sundog312@gmail.com June 4, 2018. Copyrighted. Check your facts, and leave your moral judgment at the door. Poem title: As if surviving a highway pileup is the worst fate possible. When another squanders precious lifetime on self-pity, the purpose of validate your facts becomes a smear campaign, as if the trauma of me being me and you being you non-stop 24/7 all the time, that's just the way existence is too much to bear, and the purpose of resistance to prejudices becomes vilified in cleverness. Is it easy to say, I am sorry for your loss? What about providing mourners with quiet time so injured bodies can catch up with injured minds and others can catch their breath embodied? You can break my bones, sever my nerves, drug me, poison me, freeze me, tell all sorts of lies, and I won't obey. That is the purpose of revolution. And DNA has a voice. Copyrighted Crying in the Ballroom. Poem title: Dangerous place to get sucked into, as mercurial dancing is heavy as I leave, and don't understand why sitting and waiting to dance is like a tragedy hidden for years and about to be discovered. Copyrighted. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Monday, February 26, 2018. Dear FBI, priorities: my mom's safety, my safety, and the safety of those concerned with our safety, including our dogs. I am in the process of getting my required dental pre-medication antibiotics prior to my dental appointment. I am not wanting to banter with substitute doctors. I have decided to publish Talented Wisdom, my correspondence with the Gospel of Thomas, in book format. I am saying something, although it leads to me losing teeth. I have a few left, yada yada, because I want them to be held accountable for literally cracking First Amendment rights as well as other international and federal laws. 2. Page 3 of 27. This is the most important day of my life, and it's all. By sundog312@gmail.com June 4, 2018. Talented Wisdom continues, as in all my written work, to confront sexual violence against women and girls. As far as I can gather, my confronting sexual violence against women and girls sent someone into vengeance mode when I was in college. Although my senior video project, Memories from a Coma, is a porno hit comedy with ass wipes. Also, I don't drink alcohol, rarely, and my drunken poetry series is an attempt to get rid of active alcoholic stalkers, and it is also a way to make myself laugh and is a reference to being drunk with spirit. As far as I can interpret, my mom doesn't have any idea that I wrote a book for her or that she attended Gospel of Thomas classes with her youngest daughter. Also, I forgot to inform the FBI I was scheduled to meet someone for lunch with mom today. As with attending a disability arts workshop and my dance class, I wanted to see if it would be possible. She did not make it to the restaurant. I don't know if it's Shannon Bell or some Pacific Northwest extremist, however it is incredible exhausting and I am watching the news on gun violence and reading a text message from I can't guess. Please inform them that being the principal focus in a BBC documentary, Julia's Body, is considered successful as well as influential, and it would be really wonderful if they would divorce themselves from me and their obsessive minds, and I don't worry much about creating the ultimate artwork before I die. However, I am concerned about the deterioration of literacy, physical ability and mental health mine as well as others. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Sunday, February 25, 2018. Dear FBI, priorities. My mom's safety, my safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety including our dogs. Nazi warning WTF. 3. Page 4 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. Mom was alone parking the car at Unity Church, Portland, Oregon. Mom did not bring the purple dog leash inside. Mom was alone with Sophie in backyard and house Sunday. Mom going to purchase dog food with Sophie dog. June 4th, 2018. I am finally dressed and walking to the car with girly dog and my locked backpack. If mom is coughing and not going to aerobics and is having to run around town, is there now something toxic about the entire bag of dog food for edit? End of note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Monday, February 26, 2018. Men and Women's Boobs. Poem title. Plus are your soles worn? Saturate. Do you develop heel spurs? Uranium. Are your arches supported? Mercurial. Is there flexibility in the ankle? Venture. Do your toes curl uncomfortably early? Are your soles worn? Marsh. Are your soles worn? Jump. Are your soles weary? Copyrighted Balance of Power. Poem title. Because just because Venus is quicker than Mercurial. Ween voicemail is crucial. Copyrighted. Morality Basics. Poem title. Hiding behind the Space Needle is a very serious game for adults only. The rules to a child's tag game are easily figured out and it isn't docile to say. Cheaters, cheaters, stay away, follow the rules and don't delay. Copyrighted Prometheus's Gift. Poem title. 4. Page 5 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. June 4th, 2018. The fire anthropomorphic requires the effort of listening for sounds unheard. Copyrighted. In my understanding. Poem title. In my understanding, God is anthropomorphic and as easy to understand as I am. Copyrighted. Note. I want there to be an American Museum exhibit about the dignity of civilians surviving with severe and visible disabilities. I want the military and field cops and PC asswipes to stay the fuck out of the way about this. Death with dignity and perverted euthanasia asswipes can stick my 10-inch black dildo up their asses. Actually they can't because they don't know the locus cheyenne of my 10-inch black dildo. Do not accept substitutes and fool yourself into settling for the genuine original. I want information and a piece about the so-called useless eaters, the 6 million children and adults deemed unfit to live that were starved to death in Germany before World War I, and I want at least 1. 3 would make sense as well. Of my pieces, it could be a writing, displayed with my name as well as pseudonyms for medical privacy spelled correctly, and either the original letter I wrote to Russia donating my bone marrow to the survivors of Chernobyl and the original of the letter I received thanking me, or an original letter of mine to Dear A.M., discussing my young adult feelings about deep sadness, accepting and realizing my country might aggressively, secretly, intentionally cause murder and inflict physical pain. Hopefully, I can publish or exhibit or choreograph or create a film or video or a soundtrack or perform again in my lifetime, maybe find a way to keep a roof over my head and let others complain about discrimination. Also required for a museum exhibition, with a cute picture of girly dog as well as the sound of crying babies for context. Julie Jeanette Dolphin Trahan. Pseudonyms: Dolphin J or N Dolphin Julia Trahan or N Julia Dolphin Trahan. 5. Page 6 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. June 4th, 2018. Habitual Naps. Poem title. Ironically, to find an indestructible self. Fragility, vulnerability, and physical weakness must be embraced as they are all nugatory if ignored. It is difficult to bear the jeers and false accusations, however, human bodies do better with plentiful naps. Copyrighted. Girly, of course you don't feel very good. Poem title, Sophie Dog, behaving unusually manlike. Ran out of the green room and around the house all the way through the backyard and through the supposed to be locked gate into the front yard to bite you while I, anthropomorphic, was standing helplessly. Copyrighted, Mocha's Art the Mocha. Poem title, I never knew the word compulsory until I read it in context of heterosexuality. While there is truth in the argument that literature is not art, as if writing on ancient paper doesn't belong in museums, I feel the use of language is an art form. AMD, although apostate I am to my species. We rely too much on what we see and miss the words and sounds around us as we seek coffee and chocolate without appreciating what we already have in those who have been with us the entire struggle. Copyrighted, I recuse your prejudice. Poem title, Poison coffee is an insult to life itself, as the self-righteous road has very little to do with the self. Poisoning time is an insult to life itself, as to be born into life is to know precious are moments of gratitude and friendship. My existence is apostate to your lie of the 666 hierarchy. Copyrighted, Walking Through Hellfire. Poem title, 6. Page 7 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. June 4th, 2018. As a teenager, relearning to walk was my path to independence. As I learn about history and the world's intertwining around me, I wonder if Martin Luther King had a friend who had trouble relearning to walk, as let's go in any language is willingly stretching your legs while dwelling in a hell. Copyrighted, Immigrants and Refugees. Poem title, Caring about yourself too brave to find a place where people love you. Go Cogent Go. Copyrighted, Race to Race. Poem title, Here I am, a white girl all grown up, racing to race through parking lots as if I am just now waking cogent up from a coma. Copyrighted, Red Glasses. Poem title, I cannot cry for my dirty red glasses, as my red glasses are like a cogent referee. Illiteracy could rob a lifetime, as distribution of grief is not fair. However, I can improve my reading abilities and learn most words have several meanings, because when it is my time to be a referee, my justice vision I see through my dirty red glasses. I can see beyond prejudices belittling. Copyrighted, I don't see any book there. Poem title, I went to look for my favorite book to remind me of racial celebrations past, and what I found was my old-time nook. The cover black with writer's name scribbled in gold-colored ink. Attendees of an earthly brouhaha where everyone is encouraged to think. Nothing is never thrown away in an intellectual party where skin is brown and black and golden and pink and tan and gray and yellow too, as all appears to talk with every other. Anyway, my dear, you see, I went to look for my favorite book and it wasn't there, and it isn't here, and I'll ask my friends for aid, because now it is I am missing teeth and I am sad, and I will write about the days of brouhaha when the word race wasn't a slur and we could talk of so many things and even plan for what had not occurred. If I was a dog, I would wag my tail at every mutt you see. So maybe it is our species and our DNA that only secretly isn't afraid to agree that bigotry is a waste of strength, as people carry. 7. Page 8 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. June 4th, 2018. The opinions they hold clear, because clarity is valuable when time's words are missing. Have you seen my favorite book? Copyrighted, immediately under. Poem title, Cruelty includes mental harm as when even the embraced beloved concept. Mercy becomes a misused threat to refuse to step aside when medical aid comes. Rambling is inexorably K4, an insult to God's creation. Copyrighted, Racial Brouhaha. Poem title, Fourth to go forth. What does that mean? When were you born? Copyrighted, A Cup of Raw Leafy Vegetables. Poem title, No One Understands Me. The Cry of the Artist. To find my nucleus I traverse a universal sphere older than time, expressed in 30 articles as God is human faces and our words. 30 articles of clothing. Poem title, Right support stocking, left support stocking, hat, fedora, left boot, right boot, dresses, shorts, t-shirts, button-up dress, shirts, bracelet worn on the right forearm. 8. Page 9 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. Bracelet worn on the left forearm, contact lenses, formal tie, knee pads, elbow pads, rings worn on left index finger, earrings, necklaces, anything worn near or around the waist, right glove, left glove, men's underwear, women's underwear, oversized black hoodie, exercise clothing, sweatpants, stocking caps, right knee brace, dress up clothing, superhero costumes, hearing aids. Copyrighted June 4th, 2018. A cup of raw leafy vegetables as a serving of embodiment as a tiny dog loves her favorite chicken treats and never says a word her whole life. A brouhaha disrupts a waste of food and clothing, and sometimes I don't mind at all. Copyrighted. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Friday, January 26, 2018. Dear FBI. Priorities. My mom's safety, my safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety including our dogs. I am planning on going to pick up my prescription today. I am overwhelmed about my teeth. The targeting of my teeth started a few years ago when they resemble boys don't cry teeth. These years in Portland I know I am lucky to have both a tooth and a single brain cell in my head. 9. Page 10 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sun.312 at gmail.com June 4th, 2018. After hearing Teresa's message blah blah yada yada suing OTB or and yada yada years later without money or friends anyway blah blah blah. I decided my mom having some time is more important than my teeth. And brushing my teeth and using a water pick, which is the best dental care for me, actually is not happening here in Portland. And my front teeth are too much of a loss. I made a comment about people not seeming to be able to understand my voice here in Portland. I'm pissed because I thought I'd be able to get past these assholes enough to go with mom to work out at least once a week. Also, I had made a point to self-publish a poetry book beginning with my poems written in correspondence with this racism class at Unity, and give it as a present to the instructors as a way of printing and distributing my copyrighted work with a minimum of backlash. I simply need to have time to get out my computer so I can read the web page on the larger screen. Tomorrow Saturday is the last day of it workshop and evidently asshole guys jerking off while fantasizing about revenge against little dogs earn more money than I do. However, I continue to disagree as it is not an acceptable situation. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Thursday, January 25th, 2018. Dear FBI, priorities. My mom's safety, my safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety including our dogs. My bottom front teeth just fell out on my paratransit ride home from vocational rehabilitation where my appointment was very encouraging and productive. I asked about the possibility of some sort of disability liaison so I could at least continue my private investigator studies that involve certain activities like going to the Multnomah County Law Library and going through a security check with my backpack and service dog. 10. Page 11 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sun.312 at gmail.com June 4th, 2018. Also, when I went to pick up my medications yesterday it was very rushed and somehow I had only one. When I called the pharmacy said my other prescription is waiting for me at another store. My doctor's office had called both prescriptions into the same place of course. Also, mom had a dental appointment and I did not type the FBI about it because the first thing I did upon moving to Portland was to make appointments with dentists and doctors, especially since an upper front tooth had fallen out. My mom paid on advance for some dental care I did not have finished because even sane people seem controlled by meth-headed. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Friday, January 26, 2018. Too much tomfoolery. Poem title. This is what I believe. Panentheism and really in matters of speaking from the heart courtesy is always meaningful. Copyrighted. Gratitude poem. Poem title. My front bottom teeth broke off while I was riding home from vocational rehabilitation on paratransit. Poem title. Everything seemed so simple back then. All I had to do was basically whatever I wanted. The Knickerbockers were my favorite basketball team. Tomfoolery meant laughing genius. Weightlifting was fun. And now my 4 years of broken teeth are 5 years of if I had known I would have asked you to stay with me forever. Copyrighted. It is the poem within a poem that seems so obvious to me. If I hadn't met you myself would be taken and all greed would be all the time. I wasn't meant to be dependent on anyone. Copyrighted. Amen. Beginning. Poem title. This is what I can do. 11. Page 12 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sun.312 at gmail.com June 4th, 2018. which is not to belittle myself. Brr, cold inside the house, brr, inside my feet and legs. I am ashamed I wasted time when a cookie reminds of all the people in the world and all the experiences disappeared and all the conversa science lost. It is as if all passionate determination was sapped out of me years ago. Ouch, 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 ouch. Think is a favorite word, however physicality it is for this amen beginning, and I pray the power of a word will save me and mine. Copyrighted Being PH Correspondence, April 17th. Poem title, My favorite music, my favorite champagne, my favorite cigarettes. Past, and now, I can eat oatmeal and wear my hand brace at night and watch the skin grow back on my left foot. I was so frightened for you, and now this is about you as well as me. A tiny amount of leeway means salad. I am ready for the 27th challenge, and at some point between now and April 17th, 2018 I would like to go swimming in the pool. Copyrighted identification as well as text, poem as well as DNA. Case is not a curse word. Poem title, A case is never a burden and always something serious. All are invisible emo. Cheyenne's SND thoughts and instincts become palm-sized in an eyeglasses case. Why am I intellectualizing when I want to talk to you about how your existence changed the entire bone marrow of the entire solar system? I used to want to impress the genteel, and here I am with a scraped left foot. I was worried about another large skin break on the top. Thankfully it's healing. Our radio show opportunities were suspended and my band from stage crosses several state lines. And I continue to be extremely foolish in that I want to make important people laugh and laugh in a recuperating way. Today I touched something and wondered if my brain and balance were permanently damaged. Perhaps someone continues to try to get back at Americans for being in pictures with the American flag. Yes, that is exactly what I mean. A sim. Ball for something in cases, histories, instincts, conversations, memories, thoughts, emotions, instincts. A flag creates a will to survive and a reminder note about identity and how to. Anyway, before I passed out, I needed the sleep. I thought about how people with disabilities are used to ridicule, and what it does is embody a person's thoughts. My foot is swollen and I want to get back to where I can at least walk without pain. 12. Page 13 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. June 4th, 2018. I gotta end this poem and remember I belong to you, so I don't have to worry about integration anymore. Copyrighted Disinfected Dancing. Poem title, Imparting Correspondence. Although I am seeking, I am finding very little. My thin-skinned left foot is officially infection-free, however bespoke my wound is not quite healed, and redefining my body through dance continues to hold risk of further injury requiring sitting for eons. Prometheus is a proper noun beginning with the letter P, asking for a director or choreographed who could hold ideas and freedom, and with loss or dreams and torn skin I desire to continue, desire to dance, a dance to stop ethnic cleansing. Copyrighted Equator Articulation. Poem title, Authentic Movement in Disco. Is my misunderstanding of bespoke behavior as worldwide as I ask, why do we need international laws in order to move our bodies? SS inanimate magnets pull what they are attracted to. Copyrighted Fountain Wishes. Poem title, Usually I am somewhat invisible because when I wish on coins and toss my coin wishes into hospital fountains, well, that's good. Did you give it all away, or? I didn't care what I look like or what strangers might think about my bespoke. Really? Coins in hospitals, fountain wishes recover. Copyrighted Gratitude Poem. Poem title, My front bottom teeth broke off while I was riding home from vocational rehabilitation on paratransit. Poem title, Everything seemed so simple back then. All I had to do was basically whatever I wanted. The Knickerbockers were my favorite basketball team. I think he would be good with something like not too sweet, like either vanilla ice cream or yogurt. 13. Page 14 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. Well, you don't like sweet, super sweet things. I mean, it was still like overly way sweet. A poem that seems so obvious to me. If I hadn't met you, myself would be taken and all greed would be all the time. I wasn't meant to be dependent on anyone. Copyrighted. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Wednesday, January 17, 2018. Mom at Fred Meyer. Dear FBI, priorities, my mom's safety, my safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety including our dogs. Facebook post, WTF? Mom is getting medicine at Fred Nair. Mom in bathroom at Vicarage in Free Pie. Mom taking Sophie dog to veterinarian appointment. Mom going to take Francesca and Blaze to their martial arts class. Mom said she was going somewhere and would be right back. Scott and Mom interacting. Our security alarm went off about 5 a.m. Tuesday. Mom home. Steps outside, dogs barked. Don and Mom interacting. I am wasting my foot and cannot see through walls. 14. Page 15 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. June 4th, 2018. Don said his Meals
Well,
on
I
Wheels
guess
volunteer
you could
might
use
not
it
show
as a
up because
protein
today
bar
is a
because of
holiday.
all the
He
nut.
could not edit for the door if they arrive. I have not heard them.
Only
Note
2
sent to
grams?
FBI via the FBI website web form on Tuesday, January 16th, 2018. Dear FBI, priorities.
I
My
hope
mom's
Scott liked my
safety, my
present.
safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety, including our
Oh,
dogs.
not
Mom
very
going to
many.
take Francesca and Blaze to their martial arts class.
No,
I
I
signed
got
up and
him.
paid for a
I got
series
him
of
2
dance ability
boxes, so
classes
he
beginning
had
on February 14th,
2 different
2018.
kinds.
Repeat. I
But
will be at the
one of them
racism
said
class at
happy
Unity
birthday
Church in
on it,
Portland, Oregon. If anyone
or
has something they
that it
want to
was
talk to
birthday
me
cake
about. I
flavored.
also signed up
And
and
I
paid
thought that
for a
was so
series of
funny,
adapted
so I wanted
self-defense
him to have a
classes.
nice
My
birthday
left
cake.
foot should be healed enough to at least not damage it further. Please
I
remind them
never
I didn't have any
hit it
chronic
did. It was like
infections or
birthday
damage
cake
to my
flavor.
feet that requires being sedentary for long periods of time until they broke into my Seattle apartment in 2006. Also, please remind that I cannot possibly convince these asswipes to treat my mom and her property with respect, including morning coffee. There was another gunshot sounding sound lately. My Facebook post WTF. Mom going to take Francesca and Blaze to their martial arts class. Mom said she was going somewhere and would be right back. Scott and Mom interacting. Our security alarm went off about 5 a.m. Tuesday, 15. Page 16 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. Mom home. Steps outside, dogs bark. Don and Mom interacting. I am wasting my foot and cannot see through walls. June 4th, 2018. Don said his Meals on Wheels volunteer might not show up because today is a holiday. He could not call them because he didn't have their number with him. Mom is home now and can answer the door if they arrive. I have not heard them. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Monday, January 15, 2018. Dear FBI, priorities. My mom's safety, my safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety, including our dogs. P.S. I am so sleepy I can barely keep my eyes open although my legs are freezing cold. Mom babysat and then went to Unity Church's women meeting without M. End of note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Wednesday, January 17, 2018. The Sound of Your Voice. Poem title. When I calm myself and I sit alone in the kitchen drinking coffee from my favorite cup. When I calm myself so I can keep my incognito thoughts from becoming trivial. I remember the sound of your voice. And I just want to sit and be warm as if we were conversing over hot coffee. And I can't make up words that we yammer instinctively, except I would say choices when I have exactly what I want and you would agree with me and we would do something spontaneous. And now I am thinking I have never found anyone I could say out loud the random thoughts in my mind, like sex without conversation is lonely. 16. Page 17 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all. By Sundog312 at gmail.com. June 4th, 2018. Copyrighted note, not to be rude. Having to not read Facebook messages for now until I can catch up with me life. Want to connect, reconnect. So a big hi, hello and how are ya, Julie Jeanette Trahan. Also known as Dolphin J or and Dolphin Julia Trahan or and Julia Dolphin Trahan. Please do not copy or borrow my poems without written and signed permission. The BBC Ouch has copyright and distribution rights. Present silence. Poem title. My life is in the silence between meaningless words. Disability. An ineffable word. Copyrighted My Roots page. Poem title. If I had one chance to show you my handprint, it might look something like this. On my Roots page in this book. The pages have names rather than numbers. You can see roots on my father's side and you can see roots on my mother's side. And all throughout this book you can see at least I was there to try to remember. This isn't just another gratitude poem and my hair isn't naturally purple. Copyrighted. I Like the Way You Walk. Poem title. I wish you were here right now to walk circles around me. I won't even care if you were pacing back and forth across the floor crazy with frustration about my current self-pity. There isn't any tomfoolery about it. I like the way you walk all the time and everywhere you go. It delights me that you walk over there and then you almost walk here. Did I mention I wish you were here? Because if you were here you could sit if you wanted or do that standing thing you do. Regardless, I like the way you walk and I like the way you talk and I like everything you say, and yes, I do mean everything simply because you said it, and if I don't like what you're saying I simply stop listening and think about it at some other time. And think, wow, I like what she has to say. Yeah, just gotta let develop. Copyrighted. 17. Page 18 of 27. This is the most important day of my life and it's all by Sundog312 at gmail.com. June 4th, 2018. Timothy and Timothy. Poem title. Timothy and Timothy lived upon a hill and they said, their voices intertwined, as Christians we shall not kill. And those not in love and of a hateful relation said, what does it matter what you do, as we are the last generation. And Timothy and Timothy, or is it Timothy and Tom, said, doom predictions do not matter as such, we would be gone, and if was left was tomfoolery, then I hope God would do a spin and rearrange all the planets, and Mary's Mott would hold the place we all had been. The prejudice cried, you can't talk of love when all you know is a life filled with sin. And Timothy declared, I said it once and I will say it all again. Tephrase, God bless us all and pray that if there is an angel protecting lovers in love, you will always be protected. Copyrighted The Way Airplanes Fly. Poem title, The Way Airplanes Fly in the air akimbo, making their own cloud streams. Someone is traveling to somewhere. Copyrighted. Unless you are a hazmat waste disposal unit for the proper disposal of toxic substances, please refrain from talking to poisonous people. Silly when you want to get up and walk away but physicality feel extremely comfortable and don't know why you can't seem to move very much. Poem title. The goal of sexual orientation is its standardization. When a baby is born, a baby cries for nurturing, comfort, warmth and security. Some people might be born with the birth defect of an overabundance of arrogance, or it might develop later in life. If a person is diagnosed with incurable prejudice, then it is likely extremely contagious.
Meditations on Innocence. Erotic Love. Poetry series title. Love lies punishment, and neither is erotic love, although they are scary. Love's face can be a misplaced race card obstructing justice as attempts to solve unsolved child murders. Love's face can be an angry, relevant rock singer's lyrics. What does love say about recovery after 911? I say I want to spend less time hating artificial love and more time on genuine love regardless of pain. And erotic love? That's an entirely separate poem. Copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911, 97 minutes. Copyrighted. Meditations on Innocence. Circulation's Persistence. Poetry series title. A body's treatment is a personal World War III word. Without interference, circulation's persistence is seen in the trees during and after winter's harsh cold. Every morning decisions are made before waking, as if individual body parts sent representatives to a summit to discuss a physical behavior, truce, or and a corporeal economic forum. How someone feels about their own body invents daily perspective change into centuries of unsolved child murders versus recovery after 911. In my mind, all have a civic duty to live, and similar to trees, interdependence, survive in an unselfish existence regardless of ego's immediacy. Copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911, 97 minutes. https://writer.byugelabs.com/document/download/4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 1 of 11. Page 2 of 11. Untitled 9. Copyrighted. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Tuesday, January 20, 2019. Dear FBI. Priorities. My mom's safety, my safety, and the safety of those concerned with our safety, including our dogs and people interacting with me in a respectful way. I am requesting assistance in obtaining a safe prescription refill. I consider systematic poisoning as an intentional weapon of thought control. At the very least, I am in the midst of ordering a prescription refill and begin a mail order account, because going to the store and picking my prescriptions up riding with mom or on paratransit has been like an advertisement for hate crime against me and all people with visible disabilities. Yesterday, a guy who is reliably working on our house and yard left the toilet seat up in our house's ground floor bathroom.
Mid 97-minute workout. I had to rush to the toilet and barely caught myself from landing a few inches from the porcelain. If I had not been able to catch myself, my reconstructed pelvis and femur would likely have not held up. I did not have either of my iPhones with me, and although my blood thinner numbers are in the target range, I have no idea or way of verifying if my blood would stop bleeding, as normal human bodies with active blood flows regulate themselves without interference. For your information, in the Unity Church, Portland, Oregon Death and Dying Workshop on Sunday, January 20th, 2019, the class was assigned to talk about our fears of our own death. I said I feared a physically painful death. I have experienced physical pain without dying and know firsthand physical pain is an experience to be afraid of, which has indeed inspired my poems condemning torture. Also, a woman asking about insurance rang our front doorbell and went to the back with Mom as I stopped mid 97-minute workout to call Walmart Mail Pharmacy at 1-800-273 3455 $18,004,068,976 fax, where they didn't have any record of my prescription history and wanted my insurance information before I called my doctor to fax it over. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Sunday, January 20, 2019. Dear FBI, priorities. My mom's safety, my safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety, including our dogs and people interacting with me in a respectful way. Mom, and possibly me, is going to a death and dying workshop at Unity Church, Portland, Oregon. Also, note, I might have dropped my usual bold coffee wrapper as well as my lesbian DNA plus in case of need of identification verification at Unity Church, Portland, Oregon during service. I thought I put it in my purple coat pocket, however I have a plenty supply of my post-colonial DNA. https://writer.byujulax.com/document/4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 2 of 11. Page 3 of 11. Untitled 9. Also, information about the location and dates of a historical presentation about lesbian lives is completely blocked with pop-ups that want shot. I am simply trying to find out if the exhibit is here in Portland. A personal note, it is more than a pet peeve. My dislike of reducing me to male or and an imitation man. I also resent people unwilling to listen and comprehend the lyrics of the Beatles song Revolution. I might not have time to send this message via the new FBI web form. End of note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Sunday, January 20, 2019. Note sent to FBI via the FBI website web form on Thursday, January 10, 2019. In process. Dear FBI, priorities. My mom's safety, my safety and the safety of those concerned with our safety, including our dogs and people interacting with me in a respectful way. Anyone interested in a reliable DNA situation can ask my hairstylist salon for a sample tomorrow, Friday 2019. As far as I am concerned, I might not be able to get up early enough for my paratransit van, however I plan on my usual dark purple mohawk. Also, I received a letter supposedly from Trinidad Bus Service, Lyft, about collecting back fare for an unannounced change in policy. I think the letter is further harassment based on greed, focusing on people physically vulnerable. Also, my recent poem posted on my Facebook page, Meditations on Innocence, Abu Ghraib Poetry Series title. Abu Ghraib vicariously taught my abused scars the warnings ignored of desire to bathe in the swamp of faulty punishment led to prisoner abuse and torture and unsolved child murders. For years I sat lost in shock, shame and delusion. Are those stacked bodies dead or alive and being humiliated? How could someone think that was sexy or funny? My entire body continues to ache remembering the unimaginable. That could happen to me, this could. Meditations on Innocence. Van Boot's words. Poetry series title. Accused guilty or stolen innocence. The forced legacy of ignorance has incalculable costs. A favorite possession becomes an idea solidified as more than evidence when looking for a child. A reminder of hope in unsolved child murders. Maybe possibly if I contact one of my 4 pink iPods is waterproof and has a clear plastic square backing that protects the engraved words Van Boots, reminding we are born into freedom. Birth is like the beginning of an Olympic sprint where there are medal winners, however just being there is an accomplishment to be applauded. A baby's first cry is, go. As to be born is to be the athlete, the umpire, the referee. Only later in life is the presumption of innocence destroyed and our boots become banned. Don't walk here. Recovery after 911 is in unbanning our feet so that we might all walk in balance and beauty self-defined. Copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911 97 minutes. https://writer.byugelabs.com/document/download/4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 3 of 11. Page 4 of 11. Untitled 9. Copyrighted. Tampon Chronicles. Not all black people are from Colombia. Not all black people are like Martin Luther King. Not all black people are January 21, 2019 Boogie Boogie Boogada Poetry Series title. Freedom against inhumane slavery has become mockery with unsolved child murders hidden behind avatars when traveling cartoonists' political satire is deemed incalculable hate speech. Copyrighted. Band Boots Chronicles. Beethoven's String Quartet No. 14 in C-sharp minor, Opus 131. Poetry series title. Music against cruel treatment is worth listening to repeatedly as unsolved child murders give illusion of separation in a perpetrator's mind and behavior. With guidance from entropy maths rigidity and creativity's pronouncements sit comfortably in between my intellect and instinct. The loss of a child as song is incalculable. After 911 where is recovery? My recovery is in the silence of riding trains and seeing and listening both what is there and what is not there. Copyrighted Meditations on Innocence. My Other's Absence. Poetry series title. Deeper Waters Other is where fear may or may not exist. There are many unsolved child murders. Listen to the constant wind for a never-ending list of names. Someone continues to remember the leaping, jumping, dancing, kicking, sometimes napping zephyr that mumbles the names of children. I almost didn't grow up after 911. In the dark dewy pools of early morning cold air is where recovery is found. Copyrighted Meditations on Innocence. My Scarred Hands. Poetry series title. Plentiful peanuts and places for people to build homes. Today's mothers and fathers have unsolved child murders in their hands where they look for clues in swollen finger pads and wrinkled palms. 911 was called many years ago and the words are whispered on a soft zephyr easy on the ears and gently drying grief's tears. I have a scar near the crease in my right thumb where I once again exasperated at my captivity broke a ceramic bowl in my sink. Not all scars show. Not all hands tremble with semi-paresis is difficult. Not all embraces are with calloused layers dried. These are my hands that express anger without breaking anything except my wasted wraith against what I can influence consciously with a poem and in all my after recovery has already happened. I begin on this Monday morning. Copyrighted Meditations on Innocence. When I Need a Drink. Poetry series title Thirst. Before torture stands unashamed in the loss of a child. Unsolved murders are the subliminal text in the question. How are you, my friend? And when you brought me a drink I drank and scorn it behind your back heckling I am not a Christian. And the price I pay is a present increased. My foolish pride. And in my recovery after 911 I have nothing to say except, I am sorry thank you for the drink when I was thirsty. Copyrighted. https://writer.byugelabs.com/document/4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 4 of 11. Page 5 of 11. Untitled 9. Meditations on Innocence. 2 water bottles. Poetry series title. A message to anyone who might answer as phone books have gone the way of many endangered species. Child murders occur in the face of civilization. As books are long and magazines are censored, subliminal guidance about recovery after 911 is hidden within 2 plastic water bottles. Copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911 24 plus minutes. 48. Copyrighted. Meditations on Innocence. The Second Question. Poetry series title. If ever subjected to the point of writing a poem conversationally perhaps, you have considered the second question. If you were confined with a naked helpless person you were sexually attracted to and your actions would never be known, what would you do? In solving unsolved child murders it is more likely clarity begins at the beginning. However, when immersion is midpoint, imperturbable recovery after 911 means knowing yourself so intimately that you could be naked and helpless, retaining your soul. Remembering poems are obligated to rhyme and encouraging discovery. My freestyle pentameter is nude with clothing. Copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911 97 minutes. Copyrighted. Dog Chronicles. I Want to Know Girly Dog's Thoughts. Poetry series title. Hippokemon in process. Copyrighted. https:// Writer by Ugelabs.com. Document download /4,524,997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 5 of 11. Page 6 of 11. Untitled 9. Man Boots Chronicles. Who wouldn't want a job without a salary? Poetry series title. Elections presidential from 1789 are more than popularity competitions. My 20/20. Since women do lots of volunteer work anyway, is a big like a guerrilla street theater piece, or perhaps dance has a more polite phrase inside specific dance work. As many women as possible running for America's next president would be a wonderful way to present and enact and discuss our Constitution. Would school shootings and unsolved child murders become priorities? What about healthcare and education? Stereotypes aside, after 9/11, think of all the jobs created in the fashion industries. Copyrighted. Unsolved child murders recovery after 9/11 97 minutes. 48 copyrighted. Meditations on Innocence. The Ultimate Radical Lesbian Poem. Poetry series title. Perhaps missing persons are the adults looking to solve unsolved child murders. However, a boy is a person and a girl is a person. If I were a boy, I would be grown up at this point, so I would be counted as a man at my age. However, as a woman with short warrior hair recovering after 9/11, my courtly metamorphosis is challenging the foundational structure of civilization. I am a woman not sexually attracted to men, and I value their ideas as if they were my children, and as I would spend all my money on a woman simply because I love her, and likely people would call me foolish. As America's economy is in despair, I wonder where are all those smart people to balance the budget, because if the Statue of Liberty were a flesh and blood lesbian, I would ask her to be my wife. Copyrighted. Unsolved child murders recovery after 9/11 97 minutes. Copyrighted. Meditations on Innocence. I changed my mind. Poetry series title. In process merriment in all matters big and small would ease the sufferings of searchers. Word. Copyrighted. Meditations on Innocence. My own personal Rollator Bridge. Poetry series title. A preposition of awareness alerts my wandering mind to what's next. There is only so much a human can be aware of, which is why priorities are set. The reasons unsolved child murders haunt is the natural tendency to desire recovery, to mean painless, when the truth is after 9/11 there is little action not involving grief. Copyrighted. Unsolved child murders recovery after 9/11 77 minutes. Copyrighted. Poem note. Girly dog licks her wounds in process. https:// writer. By ugelabs.com/document/download /4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 6 of 11. Page 7 of 11. Untitled 9. Copyrighted poem note. My own personal Rollator Bridge. Accessibility aids look medical and sterilization serious rather than hip and funky. However, my extra fancy spare coffee and my computer in its business black case are over and under my own personal Rollator Bridge, created simply from doing what is natural in a lack of space and walkways in process. Copyrighted. Note sent to FBI on Tuesday, January 15, 2019. Mom went outside laundry side for your information. Passin in dishes seems to focus on water and coffee and tea. Anything energizing. Note. Stuck on recapture in process. Note, dear FBI. Priorities. My mom's safety, my safety, and the safety of those concerned with our safety, including our dogs and people interacting with me in a respectful way. I likely should have photographed and posted a photo of a guy obviously desperate for attention. A reason I ignored him. I did not photograph a man smoking and drinking from a brown bag bottle while watching children play on the park toys and standing very close to mom's car window. We were mid-conversation after service and connection hour on Sunday, January 13th. I reached for my iPhone camera and he walked away from our car, so I decided to ignore him. Also, Mom has a spiral dynamics class at Unity Church, Portland, Oregon this evening with my older brother Scott. All my family thinks I am rather silly for contacting the FBI, and refuse to practice basic safety precautions. And I sure as hell am annoyed if it is mentioned. Today I started another 8 weeks of physical therapy, and of course I am concerned about Mom every time I leave the house. I finally am having success physically recovering from my loss of walking ability in 2001. I realize, of course, with this damn poisoning and chemical abuse, ability is a non-applicable factor. I try to work out whenever mom isn't at home and regardless if Pacific Northwest politicians fund classes in what happens when the ice melts. I won't apologize for repeating that a retired widow's life is extremely worthwhile and continuing to do meaningful activities like classes and family. Also, I think I figured out why the invasive 666 cult club sprung into my life in the year 2006 when I weighed 140 pounds. It is a numerical equation. 1. Symbolically for 0. Symbolically. Also, I am very concerned with our dog's age and health and safety and indoor and outdoor drinking water. However, I feel strongly regardless of how others treat me or anyone else. Nuremberg Law reference. I and my family and friends are deserving of incomes and legal protection spelled out in both federal and international law. Mom found and represented my years ago Christmas gift of a writing pen that somehow, https://writer.byugelabs.com/document/download/4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 7 of 11. Page 8 of 11. Untitled 9. Connects to a computer a few days ago. I am trying to recharge and use it as it mysteriously disappeared when we moved to Oregon. I was rather embarrassed and looked into purchasing another, and the pens are rather expensive. Also, this means I will need to delete items from my HP lap computer. The screen went black last time I tried to use it, and iCloud, supposedly full, and iPhone. If I could keep things symbolic I would. However, I wrote paratransit in Seattle, Washington and Honolulu, Hawaii for years without the slightest worry for my safety or the safety of my possessions. Also, yes, I have paratransit scheduled for my appointment at Magnum Opus Hair Salon on Wednesday, January 16, 2019, and sure, people can DNA sample my hair. I'm continuing with the dark purple mohawk and am going short because I don't have much hair gel or time to fuss. Dog Chronicles. Coming from the Cold. Poetry series title. Girly Dog's Protection Blanket has an image of a sitting cat snuggling with a sitting dog. So far into this new year, January 15, 2019, I have my eyes wide open for possibilities of music and respect touching relative to their mutual admiration. The reality is here in Portland, Oregon it's cold. Both the cold-heartedness of unsolved child murders having to wait until someone finds the time, resources and courage, and the temperature that freezes my ears and hands and my metal walker and girly dog's front paws. However, we are braving the don't forget Christmas spirit when to go to physical therapy. I am not certain which part will be the main part of my recovery after 911. Exercising my legs or finding shelter from the cold for me and girly dog when we are away from home. Copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911 140 minutes. Copyrighted. Dog Chronicles. Sophie Dog Needs Clean Water. Poetry series title. Unsolved Child, the non-existent murder mystery television series and not currently in production. In fact, lots of children's murders will remain unsolved while the adult arguments about who gets to star in the pilot continues. I had very few lines in a broadcast documentary about me. Sure, the stars and celebrities and public figures, the superhero household words are all vital. However, it is the off-screen relative moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas busy changing diapers, reading ingredients labels and driving young ones to school and sports and making certain potential adults return home safely that are not entertainment value. And sure, there is Lassie, perhaps the most famous American dog ever. Perhaps I am just culturally behind the times. However, what about all the dogs who shake with delight when their pet humans arrive home? And what would such dogs want in these dog days of recovery after 911? Hugs and cuddles perhaps. I think my mom's Australian Blue Heeler, Sophie Dog, secretly, weighing almost 50 pounds, wants to hop up in her lap and purr while having her hair combed. Like most mammals though, nutritious food and clean water is a starting point for what we want in life. Copyrighted http www.youtube.com watch V=C61MNS7 Rava Meditations on Innocence. Rat Tail Memoirs. https://writer.byugelabs.com/document/4524997 February 6, 2019. 3:52 p.m. Page 8 of 11. Page 9 of 11. Untitled 9. Poetry series. Childhood games on memories tip our fond laughter at my show-off kid ways. Look what I can do. I used to say to my elementary school playmates, we used to play a game called Snake Witch. If looked at from an observer's perspective must have looked similar to my pet zebra rat's tail's quick movements. The game is played with at least 5 children joining hands to form a line and deciding which child will decide the way to run. Then all the children run in a line holding hands while the deciding child runs in waves and circles and twirling diagonals as fast as possible until the person on the last far end stumbles or falls down, exchanging places with the deciding child, and the running begins again. Although highly competitive, there isn't any ultimate winner or loser. I saw a stereotypical looking likely child molester smoking loudly and drinking from a brown bottle and watching children playing in the park yesterday. He obviously wanted my attention because he was standing very close, and as I ignored him at first, he started making huge clouds of smokestack smoke with his cigarette. Eventually I reached for my camera, and as a blessing he simply walked away. Considering I don't go to the park to photograph smokers, sometimes I meditate in parks as part of my recovery after 911. Solving unsolved child murders is stressful, and as I personally never actually solved them, there is never any welcoming, interrupting relief moment. Like assembling a multi-dimensional 3D printed ever-moving through centuries puzzle with missing pieces and a vague concept of the patterns and motives involved in solving sexual homicide. A reference to a John E. Douglas book. Well, what is there to do when complete strangers decide to follow you home and move in? Well, ask the FBI, and as I don't catch on very quickly when something or someone looks like something or someone else, it has been difficult to accept I essentially don't want a direct answer. My show-off days are a lifetime behind me, as I do believe human bodies and the way human bodies move is a much more honest communication than anything we have to say. I am pleased to fit in and proudly wear my warm and soft Batman print pants that were intended as pajamas 5 years ago and were put in storage with my 50-pound weight gain. Compared to my playground game playing childhood, there is not much laughter in my life. However, I am quite amused to ask if bats spend much of their time upside down. Are bats doing contact improvisational dance? And when bats fly in and out of bat caves, are their movements considered site-specific works? I don't know if bats fly in seemingly structured random groupings as a modern dance. Bats have been flying for years, or if bats are simply doing their bat thing because that's the way they were made. Copyrighted. Unsolved Child Murders Recovery After 911 50 Minutes. 48 Copyrighted. Band Boots Chronicles. Gratitude Oath. Poetry Series Title. Every morning declaration of gratitude is mine. I am not clever about this, as mine to solve is my unsolved childhood until I remember there is more after 911 and recovery after murders, because at least I am alive to type a poem for others possibly grieving. Copyrighted.
Hi, thanks for watching.
Parents version.